Hey guys, so oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm finally filming this video. First things first, I gotta start out with my disclaimers. You guys already know it is 12:07, it's midnight. Yeah, I have a very busy life literally, and I'm actually about to catch you guys up with all of that and what's been going on, what's tea, what's good. But yeah, seriously you guys, I am really busy, so this is the only time I had to film this video so I can have it edited by the time we go out of town this week. And my baby girl is sleeping over there, so I tried to put this little barrier up so we could protect her privacy, but y'all know what a sleeping toddler looks like. But so if y'all see her stir up at any moment, yeah, that's just her back there asleep. But yes, you guys, I don't know where to start because this feels so surreal. Like, I cannot believe I literally spoke this into existence. But let's just go ahead and get right into this from the title of this video, you guys. And if you follow me on Instagram, you are the first to find out the news, so thank you so much for being a supporter and a follower of Keesha Kaylee. And yes y'all, so I guess I should be the first to say it. I am officially a licensed real estate agent, and yay! I officially signed with my broker today, and I am now going through the onboarding process of getting all the logistics taken care of so that I can get out there and start selling some houses. And yes, you guys, I'm so excited. So I'm gonna give a little backstory because I know a lot of y'all are like, what? Like, we never expected this, like what happens from now? I'm gonna answer pretty much everything you guys will probably be asking me if I was to pose like a Q&A over this. And then if you guys have any follow-up questions, of course you all can feel free to leave them below, or I may go live like next week sometime. So yeah, there's that. So anyways, believe it or not, it's so crazy how life happens, but believe it or not, real estate, and this is literally the face, like I've had my face beat since 9 o'clock this morning, so please excuse if I look oily, like, or whatever. I just really needed, like, this is the only time I could film this video, or I would have to do a full face tomorrow, and I didn't want to do that. But anyways, okay, so funny story, the very first career I've ever wanted or thought about as a little girl, and this was sometime in elementary school, I want to say around 3rd or 4th grade, I distinctively remember saying I wanted to be a real estate agent. And during that time I was kind of discouraged from it because they were like, oh, if the market crashes, if the economy goes down, like, you're out of a job, blah 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 blah. And my best friend in elementary school, her mom was a real estate agent, so I just liked the hustle and the bustle of what I saw her mom like doing. I just like, oh, I could do something like that. Fast forward, that was like short-lived, and then I went into like wanting to be a hairstylist at one point, and then my next door neighbor brought her 2 daughters over there for me to do their hair, and after the first girl's hair, I was like, yeah, no, I cannot be sitting here doing heads all day. That's over. Then I wanted to be a singer, realized I couldn't sing, and then the rest is history. I wanted to be all these different things. So fast forward to when I was pregnant with the girls, Journie and Jiya. I started to get back into real estate. I watched a lot of real estate shows, Love It or Listed, House to Home, and just everything on the HGT network. Like, I was watching every single thing. Me and Jeremy were watching it together, and we were really into it. Like, I was just like feeling like so a part of it, and I don't know if it was because we were really starting to get into finding our own homes. We had started touring, get into the process, and I just really liked like that experience or whatever. But you know, I was already doing YouTube, I already had my own stuff going on, I was pregnant with twins. I'm like, there's, you know, that's just something I just enjoyed watching, so I thought. Fast forward again, all the craziness started to happen with YouTube. Once I was going through my postpartum depression, I literally like had an epiphany, and I was like, I can't deal with the craziness for the rest of my life, if that makes sense. Like, I can't deal with having a career, and although postpartum depression did not have anything to do with my career, so to speak, but dealing with the craziness surrounding my career happening at the same time of my postpartum kind of made me put things in perspective about what I truly wanted and what I felt would be better for me as a mom. Because dealing with things in your regular life personally is one thing, but having to like live out good, bad, happy, ugly, indifferent, whatever it could be in front of so many people can be a lot. It could be overwhelming. And I just remember having an epiphany, like there just has to be something else. Like there has to be more to this story. Like I felt like I had done what I needed to do as far as my YouTube career was concerned. I didn't have the drive to have another goal when it came to my YouTube channel, because people kept asking me like, oh, like, do you want to get 1 million followers, or, you know, or all these different things about the number game when it came to YouTube as a whole. And I didn't have the desire. Like I didn't really have that. And I noticed like for a while, like even when things calmed down, it wasn't that I disliked YouTube as a whole. I love, you know, what I do. I love creating my content, love working with my brands, and of course I love you guys. But for some reason I just felt like something is missing. Like there's something missing. And I remember saying like, it's time for me to get into another chapter. I'm just trying to figure out what that chapter is. Fast forward again, we lost 2 homes when we were in the process of buying our home. Like this home right here, we lost 2 homes. We were working with a realtor, and I'm not going to speak too in depth about that situation, so to speak. There's a lot of things I've just selected not to go on my YouTube platform and discuss, and that is one of those things. You guys know the gist of it. Like we lost 2 homes, we lost $12,000 in earnest money, and it was a slap in the face. It was a terrible experience. And I just remember that experience. I remember it being filled with a lot of cries and a lot of frustrations, but I also remember the joy and the thrill I had going to the properties, like being so invested in the paperwork. Like I literally knew so many things in and out of the real estate experience, and I just started thinking back to me as a little girl saying, I want to be a real estate. Like I remember when I was having that conversation saying, I want to be a real estate agent, and then me going to the houses and learning about, you know, how to discuss the home with the buyers, or, you know, I just really was so intrigued with that process. So yeah, so after we lost those 2 homes, we ended up going back with our original realtor, which was Kira, and I literally loved her from start to finish. She was the epitome of a true realtor, like a real estate agent. Like she was the bomb, and I just was like, damn, I could do this. Like I literally could do this. I love everything about this. Like this, it just started ringing a bell in my head. Like this is it. Like I just kept hearing myself say, this is it, this is it, this is it, this is it. Like girl, step into this field. Like this is you. Like you love real estate, you're obsessed with real estate, like you went through this process, you know about this. Like step into this lane. So I spoke to my real estate, I spoke to Kira at that time, and I explained to her, like, you know, my desire. So this wasn't like an overnight process, but anyways, I spoke to Kira, and I told her about like my desires to be a real estate agent. I talked to her, and I actually started reaching out to a lot of other real estate agents who I've known personally. I was just asking about their experience and blah blah blah. And this was like last year, and I told myself I was going to give myself a goal and a date. So I remember telling one of my best friends, you guys know Ashley Sellers, and I don't know if she's gonna make a video per se. We are gonna make a video together of the process, but let's stay in order right now, Keesha. Stay in order, because I want to make this longer than it has to be. But yes, I remember telling her like, hey, like I really want to get into real estate, like it's calling my name. And she was like, girl, I was thinking the same thing. And I was like, really? Like, are you serious? So anyway, she started looking up schools, looking up this, looking up that, found a school that she felt would be the best. Obviously I'm a mom, I'm super busy, so I didn't really have time, and I didn't know where to start, because I just didn't know where to start with like looking up schools and like looking into stuff like that. So she found the school, and then we were like, last year, like literally a whole year ago, we were like, okay, next October we're gonna commit. This is the time frame that works for us, because I know November Vlogmas and she knew her schedule, so we were like, this is the time that will work for us to get into it. Fast forward, once we started looking for the schools and like about to register, they have the actual time frame where you can be enrolled, and that's when it started to be a big problem, so to speak, a little problem, because it pretty much was during November. So I had to make a big sacrifice. One, I had 3 kids. Ashley did the in-person with a teacher, whereas I had to do online. I told Babe, of course, what I wanted to do, what my goals were. So this is the birthday gift, because Babe paid for my real estate school. Babe paid for my real estate school, and it was a 6-month course, and a lot of people were like trying to discourage me, like, do not do online. Like, everyone was like, there's a 10% pass rate, you have to be really smart to get through online, like, just don't do it. Like, you need to go have a teacher explain all this stuff to you, or you're gonna probably fail, you have to start over, blah blah blah. So I just knew it was not practical with November Vlogmas and me having the girls in competitive cheerleading right now, traveling, blah 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 blah. So November and Vlogmas was kind of a fail this year, and this is why. Because of real estate, I literally started the first day of November a real estate school. It was a 6-month course, and I finished my 6-month course in 2 months. Yes, I finished it in 2 months, because there were some days where I didn't do some of the material because of like traveling or something like that, but I was still studying, but I couldn't like be online doing some of the material. But it was a huge sacrifice for me. Oh my gosh, you guys, this was like one of the most life-changing experiences, because I've always been like, even with YouTube, even with having my businesses that I've had, like, one thing that I really admire about myself is my tenacity, because I feel like, you know, a lot of people, like, they talk themselves out of their own blessings because they don't really believe in themselves. And I've always been the type where I feel like if someone has done it, if only one person has done it, that means Keesha can do it. And even if no one else has done it, Keesha can be the first to do it. So I ignore like the naysayers or the people who are not as optimistic about me having the success rate to teach myself pretty much all the material I needed. And I told myself, like, you're gonna finish this stuff. Like, you're not taking 6 months to finish this stuff. I mean, I gave myself 3 months tops to complete the entire real estate school with my course final plus the actual licensing exam and being licensed. And that's exactly what I did, you guys. I actually have a few days to spare because it's not February 1st yet. And you guys, so November and Vlogmas was very, very stressful because I had so many of you guys not knowing what was going on, but constantly asking me like, where's the content, what you doing? I had to make sacrifices during that time. I did not go out and do all the things that I could have, should have, would have done had I not been in real estate school. You guys, I literally was studying 10 to 12 hours a day. Literally 10 to 12 hours a day. I do have some behind the scenes videos, but I was studying 10 to 12 hours, and that includes doing the actual coursework and studying the material for my test. Like, there was a lot of tests throughout my online course, and of course we have our official course final. It was very stressful, very, very overwhelming, very rigorous, to say the least. Yes, people were truthful about that. It was very rigorous, but I was like, I cannot wait to tell everybody once this is over, so y'all don't think I just said, you know what, F y'all, I ain't doing no good content. I'm just like, it's just whatever. No, you guys, so I literally was making intentional sacrifices throughout November, December, even up until now. Like January was actually like one of the more challenging times because I had to take my national licensing test a few days ago, which we're gonna get into that in a second. But yeah, so throughout November, December, not even to include all the other things that I was dealing with. Some things I spoke about probably during November Vlogmas. A lot of things I didn't even speak about because the contractors, that's a whole nother story, y'all. But I literally did it. Like, I literally freaking became a real estate agent, and I could not be more fulfilled at this very moment. I'm so grateful to God for seeing me through this process, because I never said I was gonna give up, but there were times where I was like, how the hell am I gonna do this? Like, I'm uploading a video, I'm supposed to be trying to upload these videos every single day, get this entertaining content, but I'm literally studying minimum 10 hours, like minimum. Like, I'm talking about the girls' cheer competitions, I'm literally studying at the competitions. I have packets, pamphlets, books, all of this at the competition, at the car rides, outside the cheer practices. Like, literally I had to like make such a tight, close-knit schedule for me to get the little bit of footage I was able to get, because the rest of my day I was literally studying. I was telling everybody, I can't come to this event, I can't come to that, I can't do this, I can't do that, because I had to study. For the most part, a lot of my friends didn't know I was getting my real estate license, but I took it so serious that I couldn't even really get into it with anyone, because I just really wanted to focus. So Babe was the only one who really felt the brunt of it, because he was physically here with me watching the process. And of course, me and Ashley, we were, like I said, we're gonna make a video together, so there's no need to go into all of that. I just kind of wanted to give this initial announcement video because I knew people were gonna have questions. So the next thing was, I know a lot of people are gonna say like, so what does this mean for YouTube? Like, are you gonna still do YouTube? Blah, 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 blah. So, do y'all really wanna know? Okay. So, let's just say this. I thought about it really long and hard, because initially, I was like, I'm getting off YouTube completely. When I get my real estate license, YouTube won't see me no more. Initially that's what my thought process was, but after speaking to other people in the field, most importantly other people in the field, I decided that I'm not going to be done with YouTube completely. I actually really do, like, a lot of you guys have grown to be my family. Everybody who watches and supports, I truly appreciate. My content for sure is going to change, not of course immediately, but maybe more so immediately, because I'm like in there, y'all. Like, I'm in there. I will be taking y'all with me to the office. I will be taking y'all with me shopping, because we gotta go shopping to get these new outfits. These, you know, y'all, your girl has to have a new look to her to show these properties. Like, I want to take you guys along for this journey. For those who are interested, I was thinking about making another channel, this and that. I'm still kind of like going over all those things in my head. For now, I think for the people who watch and support here, I will take you guys along for that ride of me finding my first buyer or finding my first seller, and let you guys see that. Y'all, when I say I just can't believe I'm here, so I had to take a lot of practice tests, of course, like I said, and throughout the online course, because they gave us a lot of tests to make sure you're like keeping up. Y'all, when I say I took my course final and I literally almost crapped myself, I opened up that final and I knew I had 100 questions and I had to get 72 of those questions correct. And I was like, oh, this is nothing. Like, I was getting 98s on my practice test. Like, I was getting, like, on my online test, I was getting like hundreds, 90s. But when I took like my official practice test before my course final, I was getting like 98 on statement material and like 88. I was averaging like 88 on the national portion. So I'm like, oh, we got this, y'all. When I say your girl like was having a high-key panic attack in the middle of my test, I thought it was the end of it for me. Like, I had like tallied up how many questions I thought I had knew definitively. Like, they bamboozled me. That's the only thing I can say I did not like about online, because like Ashley, like, she had a professor, so he was able to say like, study this, and then you good to go. Now mine, when I say they give you a lot of material, they give you a lot of material. That's why I was doing 10 hours minimum a day, because it's a lot of material to go through with that online stuff. So if I'm taking my practice test, I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe my question's gonna be similar to this, and it was not at all. But thank God, like, I was studying so much, and you know, I was able to use process of elimination for the stuff that I really knew, like, this could not be it, or blah blah blah. And in my video, I will give some good test taking tips and stuff like that. So I took my national test last week, a few days ago, and I woke up that day, and it was the 27th, so I took it January 27th. When I say my anxiety was so bad, I woke up at like 6 o'clock. I was throwing up. I had, like, I don't even want to say it, I feel so embarrassed. Like, I had diarrhea, like, I was crying, I was going crazy. Like, I have never had this much anxiety in my life. I had never been this stressed out before a test. Like, I'm really, like, that's one of my strengths, is like my work. Like, whenever I was in school, like, I didn't really panic about stuff like that, because I always felt really prepared. But I think what happened was I felt like I was so prepared when I took my course final, that when I took my real final, I literally was about to have an anxiety attack, because I was like, you guys tricked me. Like, this is nothing that was on none of the practice, like, nothing was the same. And I was like, the last thing I want to do is like deal with that after I just studied. Anyway, so we're here, and like I said, YouTube right now will continue with the content and me finishing out like my vlog, and like, now that I'm done studying, y'all, we can get back to life, because your girl need to have a drink or two. And y'all already know I'm like a every blue moon type of drinker, like literally every blue moon. Like, when I say like I was so damn stressed, I need a drink right now. Like, I really need a drink. But anyway, seriously, eventually real estate will take over as my priority, if that makes sense. I don't know how soon, but I still want you guys to be a part of that process. And then I'll probably turn into weekly vlogs, for real. Weekly vlogs. And the girls, me and babe are like discussing their summer plans and what we're gonna enroll them in, all this other stuff. And I think that may be better for longevity purposes of my platform. And then of course I still have brands. I'm actually been in the process of negotiating so many different brand contracts right now. And then we have the renovations. This home is also not our forever home anymore, because your girl got her real estate license, so we about to go and get us this home that we, and I'm for us there. But seriously, you guys, yeah, we are going to go buy another house. Not right now, not next year. We're gonna make sure we finish this basement and get settled, because we've been moving so much since me and babe been together. We want the girls to have some stability and not be all over the place. But for sure, unless your girl go and get her you know, a couple of $2 million property sales and that commission come through, on this plan. But no, I'm not playing. We will be out like tomorrow. But I have really big goals for my real estate career. Like, I'm very ambitious when it comes to this, and I'm really excited. Like, I cannot wait to be a part of this. If you guys, hello, if you guys live in Atlanta or Georgia period, and you are looking to sell your home or looking to buy a home, please hit me up. Please. I would love for one of my keys to be the first sales that I have. Like, that would, like, I probably will cry. Like, when I tell you, I've been crying so bad like, I had to take an Advil after my final. Like, it was just so bad. Like, when she gave me my results, like, I literally I wish I could have been filming in there, because y'all would have probably been like, what the, like y'all would have probably thought like, I don't even know, but I was like, oh my gosh, like what, just tell me already, like. But yeah, so I have already started my onboard training. I went today, so y'all are gonna see a vlog come out next or whatever, but I already started my onboard training, and I got a lot of paperwork and stuff I got to get through, emails and stuff, and then we'll set up my website. I take you guys to my real estate photo shoot, and like I said, you guys can help me pick out like outfits and stuff. I'm a real estate agent. Your girl did it. I did it in 3 months. I am so grateful. I'm so happy, and I don't know what else to say, so let's just go ahead and wrap this up. I love you guys so much, and like I said, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, then or if any like video type of ideas, or if you want me to sell your house, or if you want me to find you a buyer, or whatever it may be, please hit me up. I love you guys so much, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.